It's Week 5 of the National Football League. And we'll get a look here at Caleb Williams. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Bengals and the Packers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. And just like that, the season has reached October. Joined by Brock Hewer up here in the booth. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, I don't know about you, but I always feel like the smell starts to change in October. It just really starts to smell like fall, smell like football, second month of the regular season. And these next few games take on a greater importance moving forward.
Gosh, I wish I had a sense of smell. Mine is so bad, but I love what you're cooking right there. And I love this stretch of games because it makes a lot of teams contenders and a bunch of the other sellers as the trade deadline arrives here at the end of the month. You're going to hot streak heading into Halloween, and things will be looking great. The flounder this month, and you may end up seeing some of your buddies shipped off and playing elsewhere.
Now bottling up as he gets the return to the 30. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked first overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
He was on one last week, but it was too bad his teammates weren't on that ride with him. Look at all the yards he put up. You're assuming anytime you throw for that many yards, that much production, you've won in a blowout, but that wasn't the case. It does have him highly motivated and the rest of his guys to play at that level again, this time find a way to win.
No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Gosh, this is Xavier Leggett. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you could find a completion just like that.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Sanders running dead ahead. And his short game gets them a new set of downs. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down throw by Williams. Completes this one to Chase. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Leo Chanel able to bring him down.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front had to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Cougar 19.
They'll go from the gun with Sanders. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down. Williams from the gun. Finds his man. It's Ricky Pearsall. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
go now.
Second and 3. On the move, headed right. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Come on, let's go.
Working from the gun, Williams. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Off the play fake, Williams. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. On the give, it's Sanders. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. That's Odafe Owe with a stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third down, here's Williams. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. And that kick goes out of bounds. They're going to get great field position out of this. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So a quality return, but you're going to have to wipe away some of it as they get caught for holding along the way.
Automatic first down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Here we go. Bring it. Go.
They give to Jones, right side. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it, but that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. That's brought in by Calvin Ridley. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. We'll look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Second down now, 7 to go. Going play action, May. That's Tillman, he's got it. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be first down, Packers.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Go!
They send a man in motion. They'll run the draw with Jones. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. From the gun, it's May. And he's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers pull ahead 6-3 in the 1st. Calvin Ridley with the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Packers one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. He's going to field this at the 2. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Cincinnati headed back out for its 2nd drive now. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Sanders on the shotgun handoff. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-3 is our score. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They'll have it 2nd and 8. They go right back to Sanders. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Putting a receiver in motion. Williams to throw on 3rd. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Trying the inside handoff to Sanders. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They hit him for 5 yards on 4th down and get the successful conversion. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
Let's go.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field. It was the rookie from Ohio State there to bring him down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 25 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. Handoff here to Sanders. Big gap up the middle. And he's finally hauled down at the 12. It's a pickup of 11. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. Here's Sanders once more. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
This one's caught. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Sanders will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line. The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Now here's Williams. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals take a 2nd quarter lead. Kicking team on to try the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals push their lead to 3. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Returnable from the 2. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Packers and receiver Calvin Ridley back out again on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Let's go now.
To the air on first down, May. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
May on first and 10. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. He's on the move. Now he takes it. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. They'll come up first and 10.
Let's go. Hey.
Jones once more. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Packers pushing for points. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. May now from the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers get some late points and the lead. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers take a 4-point lead. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Evans now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bengals and Miles Sanders making their return to the field. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. They bring their tight end left. First down, Williams. Launches one deep downfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field. Incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys can have a little fun with him in practice this week, because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Here he is on third and long. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. And on fourth down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Operating from the gun, here's May. Finds Kincaid. And he gets this forward to the 19. Second and 3 now. From the 19. Has some room to work. Touchdown, Green Bay. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Koo on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers drive their lead to 11. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Here's Carter on the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And the work's already half done thanks to that return. They're taking over at midfield. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Escapes the pocket. Gets this to Johnson. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Cincinnati uses its second timeout. From the 41. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
This one taken in by Chase. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Williams from the gun. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Let's go.
To throw is Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Working from the gun, Williams. Forced out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
So we've reached the end of 2. We'll catch up with the rest of the league later. Let's go right through halftime and on to the start of the 3rd quarter. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Here's Tylan Wallace on the return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45. Here's the Packer offense headed out to start the 3rd quarter. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. It's Jones on the toss. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Ready.
Out of the gun, a gift to Jones. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Staying on the ground with Jones. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Here's made in the air. Complete beyond the marker. And he nearly gets to the 25 before going out. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones gets it. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Tackle made by Cole Bishop. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. No gain on the play, and that brings up a tough decision for them on 4th down.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Trying to throw for it with May. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Calvin Ridley with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers push their lead to 18. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the return at the 27. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Leo Chanel able to bring him down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding. Offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Here's 2nd and 14. Finds his man, Chase. Now, hang on. Looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now Williams. He's going deep. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So now we get a stoppage. Looks like a timeout called by the defense. Throwing again on 2nd. Williams has him on the quick hitter. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And he's able to get this down to the 36. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Go!
Off the play fake, Williams. Gets everything he has under this throw. They connect on the deep shot. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. Working inside the red zone. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals start the 2nd half with some needed points. Caleb Williams, the touchdown. They'll try this extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals make it an 11-point ball game. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Wallace with a return here. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Has the connection to Ridley. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Cooper to Jean with the stop.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion. That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He has it at the 22. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And it'll be Bengals football. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. To throw, Williams. That's complete to Musgrave. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Chased out to his right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings us 2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
Here's Williams. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Williams to throw. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Packers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Jones. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Dumped off to his running back. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. On play action, here's May. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the 1st. Short pass brought in. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. A touchdown aside. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Let's go now.
To the air yet again, May. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It can be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat Jim. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
The Packers send out their punting unit, and he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. It's fielded at the 14. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Bengals. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Finds Sanders. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. All right, we see he's a little worse for wear after delivering that throw. Gonna have to take a few moments as they come out to look at him. Sanders running dead ahead. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Let's go.
First throw for the backup now. Complete to Pearsall. A gain of 27 yards there. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Couldn't find Brian Thomas Jr. on that throw. So it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Locked down. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Has a layout for it, but touchdown. The Bengals now within 1 score in the 4th. Ricky Pearsall with the touchdown. The Bengals getting ready for a big 2-point try late. He's throwing for it. And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead, only a field goal now. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's May. Finds Kincaid. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
May on 1st and 10. Jones reels it in. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. May now from the gun. That's Kincaid with a catch out left. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The Bengals obviously thinking pass here on 3rd down. They're going to counter with a dime look. Throwing is May. He'll get this to Tillman. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly. They'll send out the punting unit. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. He'll get it at the 9. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they'll get ready to go on offense.
Let's go now.
Here's Locke. Finds his man Chase. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
1st and 10 now from the 30. A give to Sanders running right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Riley Moss with the pick. And the Packers are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
We dominate.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Back to the air. It's May. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Looking to throw. pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Packers. Here's Jones. And he's going to run this one well into the red zone to the 14. Now we've got a pause. Timeout called on the offensive side of the ball.
Here we go. Ha!
From the gun, it's May. That's Tillman. He's got it. And he touches him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Now a give to Jones. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. You've got a man in motion. They'll run the draw with Jones. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Packers make it a 10-point ball game. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Evans now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Here's Locke to the air. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. To throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Leo Chanel makes the play. And the Packers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it right too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
He'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times. So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And the sting of losing such a close one,